It's certainly, like he said, a different scene, even just seeing the sun shining out there. I can't get over what happened last night. Tony?
Absolutely. And Hannah, as we try to tell the story of what did unfold, obviously we're hearing from law enforcement and emergency responders, but we've also been trying to reach out to people who were there, people who may have witnessed something that happened. And it is our understanding that on the phone right now we have a person who was along 6th Street when all of this unfolded. Taylor, can you hear us this morning?
Hello, Tony.
Hi, Taylor.
Hi. How you guys doing?
I can't hear Taylor.
You can't hear him?
I can't hear him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm going to talk with Taylor here. Good morning, Taylor. We really appreciate.
Hello, Anna.
Hi. We appreciate you so much joining us. How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right.
You're doing all right. Tell us a little bit about what happened last night on 6th Street when you were out there.
Well, it was about 1:30, and I was standing on the block looking towards where the shooting happened, which is in front of 512 in Jackalope, and I heard it sounded at least the same gun fire about 5 to 10 shots into the crowd. I did not see the shooter, although people were in front of him. Mm-hmm. There was a brief pause, and then everybody started running in different directions. It became quite chaotic. Yeah.
And I know you were telling us that you do go downtown a lot. You're on 6th Street a lot, and this is something we've been talking about throughout the morning. 6th Street kind of does feel pre-pandemic. These crowds are coming out again. People are going to the bars again. Did last night sort of feel pre-pandemic to you?
Yes, there was a lot of people here. The crowds are absolutely packed with both bikers and bikes and spectators and just the regular crowd, honestly.
And when that shooting and you heard the shots fire out, you ran home, you got into an Uber, what did you do?
I went back into the bar that I had been drinking at, and everybody closed and locked the doors. Mm-hmm. There was a fight that ensued a little bit after that between a biker and what they called a gang member, but it isn't sure what really happened. The police arrested the man who started the fight.
Oh, you saw them arrest. There was kind of an altercation there at the bar or outside of it?
Yes, immediately after.
Wow, certainly a hectic night. I hope you're doing okay. I know it's been stressful, and I can only imagine how tired you are. All of this, of course, happened very early in the morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're showing you right now some of this video here. Anything else you want to share with us this morning, Taylor?
I would say that during the pandemic, many restaurants actually changed their liquor license to be restaurants, so then people can now carry weapons inside the restaurant, and that used to be bars. And many of these bars have not switched this, they have not switched back to a 51%, so people can walk into bars with guns. I think the best example of this is Coyote Ugly, which says it has a 51% fine.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Taylor. We really appreciate you sharing that with us. I hope you're able to go and get some sleep after a very stressful night, and I'm glad you were able to make it out safely, most importantly.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, sir, for that. And of course, we are still learning, more details exactly about what happened. That was one gentleman there who was downtown. And Tony, you actually have some video of that aftermath that you were able to get. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
And Hannah, we are still getting some video from people who were at the scene. Of course, authorities are collecting that video as well to possibly determine if there are any clues, any identifiers of the shooter that they can glean from that. Hannah, I want to mention that we have reached out to Mayor Steve Adler's office this morning.
Yeah.
And we are told that the mayor's office should have a statement within the next few minutes with the mayor's response about what happened. Hannah, I also want to point out, if you've been following sort of the political landscape here in Austin as well, we have heard extensively, of course, in that 4 a.m. Briefing from Interim Police Chief Joe Chacon.
Mm-hmm.
Hannah, I say interim because he has been in the interim status after the previous police chief, Brian Manley, left at the end of February. Of course, Chief Chacon has confirmed, Hannah, that he is a contender, that he has applied for the permanent position. So, of course, his response and the department's response to incidents like this are being heavily scrutinized as he is a candidate for the job. Of course, we have now, just in the several months that he has been in that interim status as the city's top law enforcement officer, we have seen his department now responding to two two major incidences, with the other being that report of an active shooter in late April in the Arboretum, in which 3 people were shot and killed in that area. The suspect in that case was apprehended the following morning in what was described as a domestic violence incident by authorities. But again, people really kind of following the politics of Austin know that how this will be playing out, and that really all eyes are on APD and specifically on the interim police chief, as he is a contender for the job.
Absolutely. And in that press conference earlier today, he did talk a little bit about gun violence, and that is kind of an initiative he has taken on firsthand to try to combat this growing issue, especially as more people are out and about.